Go bang.
Yes, I just don't really pay much attention.
That's the new one? Or is that the second newest?
No, it's like the fifth oldest.
Fifth oldest, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna play some shit that we did real quick. Enough disclaimers already. Fuck, we did that. Why am I playing these? I don't know why. I can play the other ones.
You're just sharing something that you've created.
Yeah, I am. Because I can play ones that I know I'm going to get the response on, you know, the gratification I want.
Yeah.
These ones I haven't got my own, so. I guess. Go in there. Some kind of way? Half decent, huh?
Yes. 100%.
Yeah. This is not the same.
Yeah, that was one You know what I mean?
Easy, easy. That's what I'm gonna do.
It's just so like. What I've noticed about these is like, to me, they're really light and like fun, and like they're just so easy to listen to. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how else to describe it. It's just really easy, like, yeah.
So did you enjoy that one?
Yeah. I enjoyed the second one. I like the second one more for some reason.
Second one, so one you most recently heard. Yeah. Okay. You like actually enjoyed it, as if
both of them.
Like where would you rate it amongst my other tracks?
My favorite's Pluto. So
but these are up in contention.
If you put those on the last EP,
how about the Bad Slaves one I played you? The Bad Slaves.
You'd have to, honestly, I can't remember. I'd have to.
Yeah, the prayer one shit. It's got like gospel car. So again.
You'd have to play it to me again, man, for me to remember it. But yeah, dude, yeah, like honestly, yeah, it's so polished. Like proper.
Like radio?
Yeah, 100%.
It's so strange.
It's not strange though. Like, well, it's crazy that you can just spit it out like that, and you know. But at the same time, I mean, this is what you've been doing, right?
Yeah,
like,
every day.
This is like, it's becoming more and more a part of you than you probably.
Like in my head, I like without doing a song, I'd be like, okay, well, something like this would have to happen here. There was one reason, you know what I mean? I can't do it.
Well, it's funny.
It has to have an ending, then.
It's funny you say that because
I've
literally been. One of the things that I've experienced recently is I'm like very much getting out of this like linear way of thinking. Everything has to have structure. It has to be like this, that, blah, 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 blah. And the more I find, like, I'm just like, when I made this trailer recently, which I'll show you soon, it didn't take as long for me to make that as these other videos, these longer videos, but it's by far the best thing I've made. And I had so much fun doing it. It was just really light and it was just fun. And I was doing it because I'd pictured something in my head and I always just wanted to create it, whatever it was, for whatever reason. I didn't know what I was going to use it for.
Yeah.
Just because I wanted to do it. And so I feel like if you do things that come naturally, I feel like that's a really good way to work. Because for me anyway, you just make good shit. And it doesn't have to have like a reason or whatever. Like
it will have one.
It will have one, yeah. It will. It's like an afterthought. It's not something you've preempted too much. So that's what I'm experiencing. I feel like that's coming out in your music.
I have similar experience. I'm having similar experiences, and it's it's cool.
It's cool because when I was listening to your Instagram story, I was like, fuck. I was like, if your story was you freestyling the whole time, like you going in and then going in and freestyling and shit, I'd fucking love to see that. That's such a refreshing thing to see from all the other shit that's on social media and whatnot. Because like you see all these artists as well, and you only ever see the finished product. You don't really get to see.
Yeah, because it's like seeing you I don't know,
naked.
Nah, it's it's like biting into watch you go to the restaurant and saying to the chef, hey, I want to take a bite of that meat before it's cooked. He's like, but it's just all the ingredients lying on the table. That's not what I do. That's
But it's so funny though. But I'm completely removed from it, and I find it super interesting.
Yeah, I understand that naturally. It'd be reality TV.
It's reality TV, yeah.
At its finest.
Yeah, 100%. Wow, man. It's really cool.
You guys see some?
I thought that was really cool.
No, they're not the song I'm trying to show you yet.
Oh, have you, what else do you have?
I didn't expect you'd like them.
I really like both of them.
I cannot believe that. So you think they've done it?
Yeah. I don't know what else to do with it. Like, what else?
Oh man, James, I want you to see this finish. He's gonna be...
Dude, I don't...
It's amazing because all that matters is your opinion.
Yeah.
All that matters is your opinion. Proof is important. You win. Whatever your truth is, that's correct. And
100%.
We'll adjust that.
But this is the other thing. I always give you my objective opinion.
Yeah, your best.
I always do
because you know.
Because I find when you have friends, because this is what I've found. If I show people shit, I want you to say it's shit.
Yeah,
they're not shit, but I want you
yeah.
to pick out the flaws because you're helping me more by doing that.
I know. I think I do.
100%. Yeah, you do. 100%.
It's just quiet, baby.
It's great, and you need people like that. You don't want people saying, "Oh, it's great,
Harry.
Oh, it's great."
I don't want that. That's why
I'm
asking you to confirm that those are not out of that spirit, but of the spirit of your most critical.
Yes.
But yet, emotionally open, assessment.
Mm-hmm.
No point fucking going. All right, then. Go on, hit me. Nah, doesn't feel like it.
100%.
Tense and full experience. Okay, here we go. Here's another one.
Okay.
Before we play Best Me, which you seem to already know the song just by the...
I just want Pluto. I just want to listen to it when I'm like working and shit.
Nah, you might like this one as well. But I'm going to play Best Me now and then we'll play... because that's the order of their creation.
Yeah, no, that's cool. But I just want you to release Pluto.
Haters tell me things, me try to change, me I won't try again, take me as I am, I am.
Oh fuck.
I'm the best me in the world, in the country. I'm the best me, I am fucking best. I'm the best me, I impress me. Other men know you cannot stop it. I go hard, knew you ain't gonna. Give it, I won't catch in my pocket. I won't till they change it. Niggas they slam, cause I never hold it. Hold these niggas so cheap. I don't care. I believe in me. I think I'm the king. I think I'm the best shit. Best that ever hit it, girl, admit it, I confess it. If you never tell them, no, they'll never get the message of the best.
Holy fuck.
I'm the best. I'm the best he ever was. I'm the best. Come and take me. I impress me. Come on.
Fuck, this is
You cannot keep your me. Woo. Go. They say that I'm tripping. Listen, I said they don't understand, cause it's so bad. Why you act so tough? Yo, girl. Man, you just crazy. I'm the best me. I'm the shit. I impress me. I'm the best me. I'm the best. I respect me. I'm the best me. Bitch, accept me. I'm the best me in the whole fucking country. I'm the best. I'm the shit. I'm the one. Let me see you lately. If you don't like me, I'm the king, you respect me. Bitches back at home, they won't accept me. You brother won't accept me. In the ball, I'm gonna turn it to a bitch. Tell them niggas speak to me directly, bitch. Yeah.
What's the fuck?
I'm the best. I respect me. I'm the shit. I'm the best.
like the ultimate like G up song. Hazzy, what the fuck? That is mental. Mental. Seriously. What the fuck?
You like it? You like the track?
I love it.
Okay, what is that rate?
That is like, it's like out of this world. It's
yeah.
That's
better than Pluto or second?
That's on par with Pluto.
Yeah.
Like, I like that. That's like to Pluto something I can play like any mood. When that comes on, I'm just like, like you put that on before you run out and have your biggest game of footy, or you could just to G yourself up or whatever it is, or just because it's just fucking sick. But that is like insane, absolutely insane.
Yeah, that's what I did too.
Fuck.
So there's a difference between those songs we had before and those, and to me, in audio quality, yes or no? Or same, just different?
Maybe slightly different audio.
Okay.
Only slightly though.
Yeah.
That's all I noticed.
Yeah. So mostly just vibe.
It was vibe, definitely. That's what I'm taking from this.
It wasn't vocal clarity or anything like that. It was mostly vibe.
That was catchy?
No. The catchiness, yeah, okay. So it was, okay, good.
Because that's what it was catchy. Yeah. I was like vibing everything.
Yeah.
I felt like, once again, it was just really easy. Like, it was just like, it's so easy to get into.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how to explain that though. But that's just how I feel.
Okay, cool, man.
It was just like really easy listening.
Can you
but that other one,
which other one?
The last one is just big standout for me.
That's me just now?
Yes.
Yeah. Standout.
Absolute standout for me. Yeah.
Okay.
That's just coming. If I given the analogy of creating something and coming out swinging.
Yeah.
That. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm getting pretty keen. Here's another track.
Yes.
Can you hear it?
This is just mind blowing what you've created in a month. Is this a month? Like, is this how much shit you're pushing out in a month? It's hustling, dude.
Why ain't you touching me? You never loved me. Treated me ugly. Now you have bloody. I'm a motherfucker. Look at how you carry yourself. Go in the purse, I in the back. I'm in the purse, I'm in the purse. This is the end though. Bye bye. I've been in the jungle.
Up there with the last one.
Is that a vibe?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love when you yell.
Yeah.
And I love like the changes in voice tone and style is so good.
Yeah. You like that?
I love it.
Okay.
It's just getting better and better, man.
Let's fucking hope so.
Holy hell, bro.
The rest is my god.
Dude, honestly, that song before that is just like.
Right, appreciate it.
Serious. Yeah, seriously made some amazing shit there.
I'm trying to get paid off this shit.
I know. Dude, that's getting paid, for fuck's sake. Seriously.
Fucking paid, nigga. Played and paid. God.
Wow.
It's gonna take whatever it is.
Wow.
Dude, you forgot BS.
What's BS?
You forgot this one.
Oh yeah, turn it back to me now. Turn it back to me now.
Yeah. This track almost started. It's the reciters. I feel sorry for my guys get late, but this is what it is. Told me that when it done, dream it I go to sun. Told me they ain't got no funds. They told me that when it done, dream it I go to sun. Told me they ain't got no funds. They told me that when it done, dream it like I was the sun. Told me they ain't got no funds. They told me that when it done, dream it like I was the sun.
As for me in my house, I'm not bothering about what you have to say. I'm not bothering about your opinions. I'm living in the actual conscious presence of God in the earth plane. You see, I know where God is. He's in my hands. He's in my feet. He's in my mind.
bangers.
Sit out there. Hey.
They're that's all my style, eh? The last three are like me to a T.
Yeah.
That's my shit.
And how about what's 4 and 5?
The first two?
Yeah.
The first two I really enjoyed them, but they're not my favorite style. If you get me.
Yeah.
Like this, like even just now I feel like I'm closer already to the music. It's quite different. I know, it's just what, this is just like my favorite song group. So it's just so gangster. Don't you reckon?
My mind's not gone. In the same way. No guns involved.
No, not at all.
It was a problem, came from the bottom, better than Austin. I make them fall like it's awesome. I was behind, but I caught them. Soft them. This is the man. This is my house. Come on, I have holding, black holding. Don't even bother. I'm your new father, and me, I got news for you.
I needed my Pluto fix.
What was that?
I needed my Pluto fix.
Yeah.
I'd be playing that shit on repeat. I'm like that. When I like shit, I just play it all the time.
I know. I appreciate
Dude, I appreciate you sharing that shit with me. That was fucking hectic.
Exclusive, yeah.
That is exclusive as fuck.
Yeah.
Is it the what's it called? The is it I Love Me? I Inspire Me? Best Me, sorry. All of those things were in the song though. That is a fucking like statement. That song is just that is the definition of coming out swinging. Like, fucking bring it.
I just wanted to empower the listener.
You're empowering the listener.
Yeah, unless it's a hater, it'll be empowered.
It reminds me, in its own way, of that song by who's All I Do Is Win.
Oh,
you know that song? And you know how it's just so easy but so positive, and so like it's the same thing in a way. You're just empowering the listener.
Yeah.
And they're just gonna chant to themselves. J-Rock.
Yeah.
There you go.
TD. Shout out TD.
Yeah. What a tune, dude. So what's your plan with all this shit? What are you gonna do with it?
Mate,
are you just gonna like
I'm gonna try and figure out what to do with it, but I have to do something different to this just whole fucking email and blogs, and I gotta do something to make people give a fuck. And
Do you have some ideas, or are you?
Yeah, I do have some ideas, such as ones, such as hosting parties and events. And
I think that's a really good idea. I'll give you an example. The other night I caught up with a friend who he's I think I may have mentioned this to you last time. He's doing like men's fashion, and he watches all these dudes on YouTube, and they've carved their own niche out of essentially just like reviewing brands and all that sort of shit, and they're just wearing cool shit like Gucci, Versace, all that stuff. And one of them got invited to Kanye West's listening party. Yeah, and so he filmed it all, and it was just so goddamn interesting because it was just a really, really, really epic group of people there. Like in terms of the diversity and the notoriety of these people.
Always stuff notoriety.
And anything they say then is interesting automatically just because people already know these people. And so the video itself was just so goddamn interesting. And it was Kanye West listening party. And people have all made things around it. So not only do you open up like something new to explore with what you're doing, but people may want to go out of their way to do something themselves additionally, which increases your exposure.
Oh, indeed, and that's obviously to some extent that's hoped for already, and even at this contemplative stage. However, I've done this to try and find like occasions now. I've got to do a good anyway.
Yeah.
Those are plans to release.
Yep.
One single time.
Yes.
Try and get some PR to help push.
Yes.
But these are all expensive ideas. But I think that I'm gonna find a way to do that.
Yes.
Otherwise, as a absolute, you shouldn't have a plan B. But anyway, would be to just release it, just with nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is it.
No. I totally get that.
Facebook and
I totally
Instagram.
get that.
Yeah.
100%. How do you, just out of curiosity, because I haven't really noticed this, when you do release something, how does that look as an ad? I guess like is it do you just like sponsor a post and you can hear like the first few seconds of your song, or it takes
you choose. You choose.
Yeah.
Can't you not? So it's up to you. How have I done previously? Sometimes it's a thing with some noise. Yeah. Sometimes.
Yeah.
That's the image.
Because I've just been noticing some stuff like with YouTube videos. One of the things I'll be doing, like I'll show you the video shortly, but the video itself has to be like I'm making you click on it. I'm making it so you are not going to click on it, because I'm going to put the most fucking psycho looking thing there with some hectic caption, and it's not clickbait.
Yeah.
Like I came with this little thing the other day. It's not clickbait, it's click great. Because you don't want people to click on it and regret it. You'd be like, dude, you made it look so much better than it was. You want them to click and go, thank you. But just making it so aesthetically pleasing as well for the, there's so much like the younger generation that spends so much time online and on their phones and shit.
Yeah.
It's just like they're distracted by so much shit. You just got to funnel it right in front of them and make it undeniable, And that's another thing I noticed with your music, I think, with the really like, there's always something happening. It's just really like, I don't know, I feel like that's why it's so easy to listen to. It's just really catchy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think like, just out of curiosity.
Which one do you think is most likely to have some sort of public appeal or response?
Definitely. Best Me. I nearly said Love Me Again.
What do you think about
Best
the one
Me.
after Best Me?
I think Best Me is the one that's going to get you the most. Like. Yeah. The one after it was fucking sick too. What's that one called? Do you have a name for it?
Don't.
Love it. I love it. I love it all. But I think Best Me, because with Best Me, I could feel your emotion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you couldn't feel the emotion.
I could too.
Yeah.
But it's more complex.
Yeah. Yeah.
Best Me is just.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's why I think majority of people. That's my assumption though.
Yeah.
But in terms of like my favorites, like there's three that arguably the last four I like equally. So Pluto,
that's it.
yeah. The one where you usually don't love don't, and then the other.
That's me.
So yeah, love it. Love that shit.
Yeah,
love that shit so much. It's so great to think my friend is making that.
And should we even bother releasing the two before that elected lot?
I guess that's a decision you'll sort of figure out. I think it's a chicken and the egg thing, because either way, it's just like people gonna. I feel like once people hear that, they're gonna go and hear other stuff. They're gonna go out of their way and listen to what else.
And do you think
that's what I would do?
And do you think serving them up with those other two after those two
Hell yeah.
would be fine?
It'd be great to follow up.
Yeah?
More shit like that. 100%.
With those two of different energy. Yeah,
different but similar. Whereas the first two for me, like more similar.
Yeah,
because the first two, like let's get quality aside, really different style.
Yeah, they are very different style.
But the others are like there's similar elements. For me.
Yeah.
So that's the sort of stuff I would repeatedly listen to when I'm like working and shit. Whereas the stuff at the start would be if I'm just like chilling out. Just sort of like want to go off the ferries or some shit.
So
no. I go off the ferries frequently, man.
No, not even.
I do.
Okay, what's on your current go off with your ferries playlist? What's on your current roll off with the ferries playlist?
It's got some weird shit on there, dude.
Like what?
Fuck.
Nothing doesn't.
It honestly, it's just let me think.
Is this Drake?
No, actually, I listened to some Grimes.
Grimes isn't.
It's kind of some of it. And then I don't know, dude. Sometimes I'll just go on like Spotify radio and I just pick a song that's kind of like that.
Yeah.
And I just go, off the ferries.
That's funny.
Yeah. But love it, man. Love
this
it. What? There's tennis on?
No, I wouldn't do.
I'm looking forward to a great experience, to have a lot of quality time and good moments to remember with my teammates. It's going to be a fun competition. At least it looked like that on the TV last year. And it was quite interesting to see, for example, Nadal and Federer sharing the court together on the same side and playing doubles for the first time in history and cheering each other on. I mean, that's something that you don't get to experience ever. That makes this competition very, very special.
My friends are playing. Very different.
To be honest, I
fire up, man.
think that they were emotional and so involved. But I guess the fact that you have all the top players of the world next to you as your teammates, it adds more importance to your match and to the whole event. And talking with the players who were already part of it, they were saying that having their top rivals cheering them on and really showing how much they care about them winning a point made them focus and made them want to perform their best even more. Obviously, a competition like Laver Cup, we all have a great respect for each other. I think men's tennis in general, in this regard, sends a very good message out there.
Yeah. This is sick.
This is one site you do not want to be attacked like. smoky country living down there.
That's good.
Sweet. Sweet. Yeah, I just.
That's great.
I think.
I love the double chop for extra.
Honestly, like that's every time that song like randomly came on when I was like listening to something in the gym. I was just like, for some reason I always pictured that last bit of footage.
Yeah.
And I just like, fuck.
Obviously, you cut the tail off there, right?
Yeah. But yeah, no, I just wanted to make it, and then I was like, fuck, I can turn it into Outback trailer. So, and I was like, yeah, cool.
It was sick.
Yeah.
It was sick. It was very cinematic.
Oh, cool. That's good. Because that's what the video, the feature film is going to look like.
Yeah.
It's going to be cinematic.
And there's a couple of transitions which I didn't think were as good as other transitions on it. Yeah. But that's only competing against yourself there as well.
Yeah.
But I don't know, that's the footage, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's but because I've seen the thing I was talking, what I was comparing it to. It's just stuff.
Cool. Sweet. That's good.
The Texas gangster.
You like the text? Yeah. I feel like if you're gonna use the font, make it add value. Yeah. So, the thing I'm like sort of, the more I look at this is when I deconstruct it all, the music once again guides me, like tells me what to do, but to me, like the gold is like watching like a human hand or something that's highly venomous or whatever it is, and then that's.
This is the trailer, right?
That's a trailer, yeah.
I thought you should cut a little bit of some of that snake footage.
Yeah.
Because that's I'm really curious, and then I start to see a bit more and more.
Okay. Because you gotta pique the curiosity.
Yeah, exactly. And I think I got a little bit of. Bit satisfied.
Yeah, okay, good. Okay, that's really good advice. That's really good advice. That's honestly great. See, that's why. Awesome. That's good because that gives me more room.
But you got me excited.
Okay, good.
So you got the, he's talking that shit about that snake, starts fucking with it, boom, starts fucking, and then it's pretty quick, goes it's like the news, you know what I mean? What's that?
Yeah.
Stretch it for 15 minutes.
100%.
But it's dope. Everything you need is there.
Sweet.
I think you just cut a little bit more.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's good. Yeah. That's good. No, this is good because ever since I've been making the smaller stuff, it's helping me for the other stuff now. Because I'm coming back and I'm just making decisions quicker about like what can go. And gives me like a new perspective on how to put things together. So yeah, it's good. So this one's like I've shown you this, but this one the sound is currently getting worked on. So it hasn't got a sound, so it's interesting. Yeah. But moral of the story is
that your footage? Or is that
this is our footage. Yeah. The quality may have been, but like something like that I've got to fix up. But this one I've shown you, and my next task will be I'll probably make the trailer for this, but at the same time I'm just going to make other things, like just for the sake of it. Like I was going to make our strike reel, so it's just a reel of snakes striking. Like, bang, bang. Yeah, it's compilation. Just go bang, 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 and just don't stop. just go nuts with it.
There's
no boundaries. There you go.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Totally.
So that was just like maybe a bit of cool music in the background, but actually I just want to keep the raw. I want to keep as much of the natural footage because the sounds and stuff at the time are really cool because they've all got their own little hiss.
Dope.
But yeah, it's starting to take some form now. I'm starting to get close to,
I feel you.
I want to share something that I can fucking,
Yeah, exactly.
Put my hat on.
Yeah.
I don't want to share something and go, oh, I could have done this though.
Yeah, but
I want to be like, I'm always going to be like that, I know, but to an extent, but I'm more so.
No, yeah, right, that's right. Attitude. but where perfection is always done.
Yes. Nothing's ever perfect. Nothing's ever going to be perfect. So, and the imperfections actually help you more.
Exactly right. Yeah.
So, anyway, but yeah, I just want to share that.
Yeah, that's great. Like if I'm honest with everyone, I feel that my old music is. I almost feel like taking it down and putting up my new. I put up my new music because I don't want, because it's not,
I feel like I'm personally gonna be like that in like 6 months time. But I reckon it's so good to keep that.
It is, and that's what I should keep it there for, and not be insecure about.
If it's insecurities, if it's insecurities, then don't take it down. Fuck that.
And I say insecurities because I feel like, okay, fine, you didn't like this shit. I can make something better that you might like, and they might not like that, but I've already had it for myself. So it's for when I put it up or whatever, it's for other people. But if they don't like the dish I put down, then I'll go back to the kitchen and cook a better dish.
I use the analogy,
and that's what I'm gonna do until I can feed the world, baby.
Yeah. You gotta find out what they like to eat.
Exactly.
And you got the ingredients. You just gotta find out what they like to eat.
I'm confident that whatever it takes, I will have.
Yeah.
Or create.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So it's gonna find out what's but then one says just be you. You is. I guess this is who I am. Whatever that is, because you is so fluid. You is ever changing. You is moment by moment. You is changeable, not unchangeable, created that in the very moment you're dictating what you becomes. So you're not you now or you then. You know what I mean? Well, why you now? But you now is also tied to you in the future. And you change your ideas of what's happening in the future, you change the way you would behave right now, which is the best representation of you. You know what I'm saying? You are tied to the past and the future at all times. So you can get a grasp of who you are. You're looking at where you're going and where you went. You know what I mean? And then you go, okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
That's who I am, what kind of person I am, where I'm going, that's my value. You know what I mean?
100%.
So, you be yourself. Well, you gotta be everything, nigga. You gotta be past, future, and the present. Or I be nothing, the stillness, the wholeness, the infinity, the rapture of the moment. But then I'm not the I, me, So, who is you? Well, this is who I am. I am a intellectualized individual pursuing a playful and creative pursuit in order to reflect that all the wisdom that can be attained through intellectual pursuits only is valuable to the extent of one understanding that all they should do moving forward is be kind and courageous. La 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 la. It's not.
That would be a cool interlude. I want that to be an interlude.
Interlude, or what?
Just between songs.
La 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 la.
Like what you just said. How you described yourself and then literally went la 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 la. Oh, maybe that'd be cool. Yeah, and don't forget to always, take a step back and reflect on what you've achieved. That's important too. Because it's easy to always, as in.
But you're right.
I find out I'm always like, okay, that's cool, I've made something like that I'm getting happy with. But, because you're always you've got in your head, you've got what your end goal is. You can see it, you're just constantly chasing it, right? There's little wins on the way, you've just gotta, Like that song. I reckon like your next EP is gonna be insane because like if you don't carry my Ferrari, let's say Pluto said, don't. Best me. Is it called You'll Never Win?
Never win.
Never Win?
Mm.
I assume that will be in there.
Yeah.
Like this is just absolute fire. Like this is absolute.
There's some good fire. I've showed you fire, right?
Fire as well, yes. Yeah. Is that the one about female? Like that definitely could be.
Have a drink and shit.
Yeah. That's a good one. We played that. We played on the way to Rory's last time.
Yeah. That can be.
That's a good song too. It's all fire, man.
Fire.
It's a good song.
Nice.
It's a good song. And yeah.
Lost. I'ma get back everything we lost.
Yes. That one's ready to go, right? They're all polished. Hectic. It's exciting times, man.
I'm not excited. I'm waiting. I feel like I'm in reception.
I seriously think Best Me, for me, is just so great that it's undeniable. But I think that about a lot of your stuff. But I feel like that is just another, it's just like screaming, you have to notice me. Like that, like you have to notice me when you hear that. So.
McEnroy.
What are you doing tomorrow?
What is it tomorrow?
Monday.
Like, to have concrete plans, I had the idea of, what are you doing tomorrow?
Probably at the beach.
Okay.
Well, meant to be.
I was
As I
thinking,
said, my girlfriend is probably going to be severely hungover, so we'll see.
I'll see my son. Go see my parents for breakfast or something. I haven't made any arrangements as such, but still viable. Yeah, I like that trailer. That's huge.
Thanks, man. It'll get there.
Huge plan.
Yeah. The good thing about that is I did that within like just over 2 days. And it's just good.
It was 2 days. 2 days. 2 days.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's just when I feel creative at that point in time, I just get to it.
Yeah.
And it's usually, and it was really 2 nights there to get technical. But it's just good. Yeah, it's just good to know because there's going to be there's going to be no shortage of footage and seeing cool shit. It's only going to get better, the quality. And and then that's all that seems. Because I'm not going to stop doing it, so so it's only going to get better. So it's just like.
Are you supposed to head now?
We're meant to actually go. We might be going out like next weekend. Yeah, so the only reason I am on the fence about that is because I kind of want to like upgrade gear and just like take it to the next level.
How good? How gay is it that gay in a non-offending anyone way that better gear makes a difference?
It does.
How gay is that?
Very much in this space, yeah. I mean, dude, we've gotten by with like my mediocre entry-level DSLR.
Nah, that's hardcore.
That drone, it's actually not that hardcore. My camera.
That drone's hardcore.
The drone wasn't that hardcore either.
Well, not hard, it's just core,
but it could be.
Reasonably
It could
hardcore.
be like I want to reach for the stars, man. Yeah. So, but all I'm saying is this is okay for now. This serves its purpose, you know. So I just think that it's exciting to think that whatever you're currently doing, it's only going to get better. And when I say better, I mean that's a subjective thing, but you just figure out ways to get others to watch or listen to whatever it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna get better for sure. I don't know how, but I will.
I might bounce.
Oh, you might.
Yeah, I think I will. I just want to do it before I get too tired, that's all.
Yeah, about that. Cuts! Relax, man.
I'm very relaxed. Wait, we're trying to make me sleepy.
No, I'm relaxed. Okay, this is what I was going to do maybe that time.
Mm-hmm. I'll put the movie on.
No, it's what movie?
Atlanta.
No, I was going to show you a couple, just like a couple things with cover. See if you
Oh yeah, no, show me. No, show me before I go. I want to
see if you think it's a useful idea.
Yeah. I want to see that.
But don't keep it and whatever. Pardon me, I just thought.
Have you seen anyone else? That's me. And
You don't remember?
what did he say?
Nothing, he didn't even know props.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, no, he said he got better. But he wasn't drafted Euro. So that's why you don't believe him.
Interesting.
That's his TC.
Yeah.
You see like the second one, but no.
Yeah, okay.
I should She's really good.
I just feel like Best Me is gonna be your big.
You said like a Ferrari.
Well, I said about Ferrari too. I think that's gonna be big too.
Because these days.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It's been like this. I'm scared to look.
Oh shit. So I love that, man. It's definitely looks cool. Holy shit, this is cool. This is like a cool experiment.
I haven't watched that. I'm scared.
Amazing. Watching humans be humans, right? So be doing this, like you should so have a Twitch set up, bro. If this is the sort of shit you're doing as well. It's interesting, dude. It's interesting watching you be a human with the music.
Trust you, like sister. Love you.
That's so cool, dude. It's such an interesting process to watch unfold.
Yeah.
Like you listen to a song, you vibe it, and then you start developing lyrics, like slowly but surely. And then you've got like a good feel for it, and then you can just freestyle. It's so cool.
Yeah, is it shareable or
You're literally watching the whole process like unfold, like part of the process rather.
Yeah. Yeah,
but I was just thinking, Taz, like if you're actually doing that, if you're putting in this sort of hours and you're doing that, I personally believe there's value in you live streaming that to Twitch, because there's people that might just sit there and watch you live your life and they donate to your channel to interact. Yeah, it's a really I think it's it's the fastest growing platform I think at the moment. I just think that there's definitely value there. Like it's just, it's watching a human be human.
I love it.
A3 towards Chalk Street, then turn left on.
Something here.
3 towards Paris.
Something here. All I just wanted to progress. Yeah. All of my girls in the focus. Yeah. Playing this game like a flex. All these niggas are rest. Put it in niggas' state. I just started to dig. Yeah. Trying to own the dig. So I got a problem. Nobody knows though. I was on I thought. No one that knows though. Already called in.
For 1 kilometer.
What the fuck? So this is which studio? It's that crazy. Yeah. So who do you know that?
Chris is the engineer.
And how did you meet this? When did you?
It's a really good. It's a good.
Recently?
Yeah.
And is it more expensive than Foundry?
Much more.
Much more, but you prefer the experience?
Yeah.
Really?
It's just.
It's proper.
Yeah. But I'm still happy with it.
Yeah. I was just curious as well. This place is cool. Really cool. Who's the other dude with you?
James.
James came as well.
I tried to get to him before the shot.
Yeah, that was wicked.
But so what do you think, man? What do you think is common shit?
I reckon that is
Do it.
like...
Do we do it?
What's this?
Do we do it? Do I keep recording footage?
100%. I think there's value, 100%. 100%.
And just like lives, sometimes.
Dude, 100%.
Got the left leg too.
Looks like it's almost half ahead.
So yeah, it's like crazy every day, man.
It's crazy.
This is just shots. Fucking. That's the day that I went to see James. Surely is on is it a Wednesday? It was Friday. Friday. Yeah, this is I'll probably make that songs right here.
I put some track in.
So this day, just fucking. He's gonna box in, yeah? He's gonna box in. Jumping in. Straight from outside. Then straight to James. I think I know that song here.
Yeah, sure. Well, you
No?
She told me 3002. Give me that treatment. I know you called me, but I was sleeping. Every other weekend.
This was not.
Girl, you know we been. Being out deep end. Swimming in the deep end. She think I've been with a friend. She think. She think wrong. Shit,
This is yours.
I know I can't make it right though. You want my queen, my queen, my queen.
That's how you made that song. Are you serious?
I ain't never pull that.
That's so interesting.
I'm king, my queen, my queen. Right by you, I've always been. My queen, baby, we can make it. The walls are breaking. I'm gonna shake it up. Yeah, shake the whole.
What the hell? I thought you were like
access. Baby, coming back this. I can double back this. Fuck this. They you wanna visit. They can buy your ticket. Fuck it. I'ma make them trip, baby. Queen. You know I've been working night and day. Yeah. One day these problems will go away. My queen, watch me do what I got to do to bring it back for you. I'm a hunter, I'm a cheater, I'm a lion, I'm a zebra. Hey, I'm looking. You my queen. Well, I should have been on a long. I know you don't like love songs, but hey, my queen. I wanna be the sayer. Nothing will I deny. Also player. My fire. My queen. My queen. Let me be your king now. Do my thing now. Welcome to the jungle. Those boys in trouble. If they touch my queen. God love my dreams. Yeah.
This
It's just so interesting watching the process.
yeah. This is interesting now.
Because like you hear something, like you hear that song and you don't picture any of this at all.
Yeah.
That's what I find fascinating. It's fascinating.
But does it enrich it or reduce the value of the product itself?
I think it enriches it.
I think no, there's too much thinking.
Well,
you know what I mean? You gotta think.
It only enriches it because you want it, because the song is awesome, and so you just want to know more about what went into that. So to me, it enriches it.
Yeah.
You can't, like, to me you can't devalue a song, because if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. Like, in a way, I don't know. I feel like, yeah, I think it's cool, man. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, I just don't what. So the problem is this. Obviously, how would one go about using such?
Well, that's a good question. My immediate response was you could do that on Twitch.
On Twitch, okay.
I think that would be something. Just think about it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I've thought of that too.
So I guess I'm just unfamiliar with the.
Well, it's just a way that you could potentially earn a bit of coin along the way. Because if you're going to record stuff anyway, and you're happy for people to see the process, and
I don't know if I am.
Well, that's something you will have to decide. But
that's why it's a question of value as opposed to the vulnerability.
But the other thing is, once again, you could strip it back as simple as me watching, like for example, I'll give you an example. I could be watching a live stream of animals in fucking Africa, or like I could watch a human behave like a human. It's interesting. You're just behaving like a human, at the very least. Without all the music and stuff, that adds another layer to you, to your character, right? But the fact that you're willing to be as transparent as you are, I think is interesting. Because that's like you being raw as
exactly,
complete and utter. You can tell, you're looking at it. You're watching you contemplate. And then you watch you figure your way into creating lyrics to a song.
And what is that experience like as a viewer?
It's just interesting. You just watch it.
What is comparable to this?
It's comparable to
watching the block.
I think no, because I think it's because everyone knows what it's like. Everyone knows what it's like when someone's wearing a mask, and you can tell that you're not. And that's interesting.
Then what?
It's engaging because of that. It's engaging.
So that means people would watch it. Maybe. And they don't then. Oh
well, the way the Twitch works is it has a bunch of different categories. So to me, I think I'd have to double check, but that music's one of the categories, and essentially there's another category called IRL, which is just random shit, which is just you could watch people. Like, I'll give you an example. There was a guy, one of my friends told me this. There's a guy that had a channel and he just did weird shit. He one of the things was, if you donate X amount of dollars to my channel, you get to I think it's for like $5 or whatever it was. I don't know what it was. Once that donation comes through, he had something synced up where an alarm goes off and you get to watch him wake up from being asleep.
That's perfect.
And so there are these people over in the United States that have nothing better to do with their time, and they're just throwing money at this guy, and they're just like, oh, I get to interact and watch him. Fuck with him. Like,
that's funny.
And yeah, they got value out of that.
Yeah,
so that's why I think people will get value out of that. Because you're actually creating music on top of, letting people in watch you just behave like a human. I think there's interest in that. But beyond that as well, there's probably so much. I can't think of everything right now. But that would be, like, you've just given yourself so much footage to use for whatever it might be. That could end up being another film clip. Like you never know what that. One thing I will say if you're doing this is have very, very descriptive file names. Save them. Be very descriptive.
Rules and I'm being very unstrict.
Yeah.
So
Do it early.
Descriptiveness, I
Do
should
it
say.
early. Yeah. Get in the habit of doing it. But yeah, it's really cool. Really cool. I don't know. I wish I could tell you some more about.
I don't know what to do with it. That's like, okay, take it. So what I'm going to take it.
Well, there's a few things I can think of. The other thing is YouTube.
So
The other thing is YouTube.
what about it?
So, you know.
Twitch. I like the idea of Twitch. I think I'll set it up.
Yeah.
And do it.
I think there's a way. There might be a way you can stream the GoPro through live. There might be a way. Look into that.
How much you invest in it? In a model GoPro.
I actually think the quality is pretty good right now. Yeah.
Alright, well, I'll try and find a way to this one to stream. If it can't, then, well, to death with it! No,
Can you just use your iPhone or
I
something
use my phone.
in the meantime?
I use my phone for Twitch even.
Yeah.
And hopefully you can. Yep. The Twitch, I'm just trying to make some.
So just so you know, Twitch is like 90% gaming. Yeah, you know that.
So I don't anticipate much.
Play Fortnite comp the other night.
Yeah, I don't anticipate much.
No. But
activity, which
but
is
it's something. It's something. Like it just by the way it's set
so
up.
tiring for the brain.
It is, but I figure if you're doing it anyway, you may as well. Like.
Oh, this is a huge step. Just recording. Yo, man, it's not enough. Fuck. Yeah, can't that be enough?
I wish. Yeah. Well, that's the other thing, man. Like.
If I was making songs, eh? It doesn't matter.
The other thing you could do is just post them on YouTube.
Just how?
Just literally just.
There's literally large files there.
Yeah.
The full thing.
Well, pick the ones you want to post.
Yeah.
But you've given yourself a lot to choose from.
Yeah.
And it's just content. I mean, like.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like that's the other thing because when you're doing this sort of stuff, it's not the sort of stuff you go, oh, now I need a guy to like edit and make the music, do this and that. It's like it's just raw human being a human recording. You hear the music which is playing through the laptop.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to. It's not like you're pulling the audio file from a song you finish and putting that behind it because it's all raw. That's all transparent. So I wouldn't think you need too much.
So you just pick the ones you like.
Yeah.
True that.
But like the other thing I would say is for certain things like you know if I think you've just got to look at where the value is, where you think there's value. So if there's value in you like sharing like some experiences or something like that, then that's cool. But if it's just like you driving to the studio and the studio is like what you do in the studio is what you want people to see, then maybe you just speed up the drive or maybe you wouldn't.
That's not wrong.
Well, yes and no. I mean, look, this is one thing that I'm learning at the moment is that I think that people will like me and want to like see more of me and interact and stuff. But unfortunately, I don't think they're gonna respect me. I gotta earn their respect. Like, and I think that to do that, I've gotta say I know what you like. And it's the short, snappy, well timed to the music, makes you feel or whatever it is. It's not long. It's don't worry, I'm not gonna take up much of your time, but I'm gonna make you want more. Just like that comment you gave me is like really good for me because that's exactly what I want people to feel. And then when I build a connection with them, I can get away with. But the beauty of this is that you've got it there. You've actually got it there. So once again, I think maybe chicken and egg scenario. It's like. It might be a song for you, that majority of people connect with more than others, and then because they've built that connection, then they want to see more and more. And it's like, well, here's me being absolutely stripped back. You know, you're seeing everything.
Or alternatively, I just don't put it on anything, compile it for a long time, like wine, and then make a documentary.
Mm-hmm. But I think that if you're anything like me, you're gonna chop and change your thoughts about it daily, but you'll get closer to.
But what I think would be most beneficial in today's age in order to establish a relationship with the market base as it presently is for regular footage released on a daily basis of
frequent
content with multiple high quality shit released in between, reasonably raw. Lifestyle related relation.
Can I give you some homework then?
Please.
That's what you want to do? Go look up Logan Paul. I know. Do it.
I've looked him up. I know he's the man.
As in just what with his videos, like they're just
outrageous.
They're outrageous.
They're outrageous. It's hard to be that outrageous.
You are so outrageous. Dude, it's like funny shit. Like the other one I watched the other day, he like literally went and bought a flower thing, put on the front of his AMG, I think, G-Wagon, just so he could like run into shit, like those big snow plow things. Anyway, it's like $15,000, but he did it just for shits. And you're just like, oh my god, he dropped $15,000 to make this video. But that's fan service.
Yeah, exactly right.
The other thing is just the structure and little things within the video. Like, it's really clever editing.
I know, bro. I don't have the time for that shit.
It's yeah. Like, for example, like they're in Bunnings. They're not in Bunnings. They're in the shop buying this thing.
Yeah, look at the music out. Yeah. Anyway, they're Bunnings buying this thing.
Well, not Bunnings, but he's in a shop that's like Bunnings, and they're buying this fucking thing. And like the chick. One of the chicks that was with him like made some silly comment and like a silly face, so they just kept rewinding it on a bit of a loop, just sporadically when everything was normal, paced conversation. It was just so out of place but so funny. It's just like so random, but yeah, it's just like I don't know. That's what I think of when you say that lifestyle stuff. It's just like he's literally just living his life, doing shit, but it's packaged up really well.
It is with the thing that has been working together for a long time. I just don't want to have to start at the bottom of a video. I'm not trying to become a video dude.
Yeah, I understand.
Can I not like, I don't suspect fucking Slim Shady and Eminem or any other nigga being able, whatever. They do have to become a fucking YouTuber now just to crack it. It seems like the answer is yes. I wish it could be enough to make some good music. But I haven't done that sufficiently, so I guess I gotta. That's a add more ingredients. Yeah, to make up for a weaker ingredient isn't the case. You should do best to get a better base ingredient. But that was different in this.
Well, the other thing, Taz, is other things to think of. Just ideas are like the live function of social media. Just interacting with people, whoever, even if it's just like one or two people that's watching whatever. Yeah, people like watching interaction, or
that's right. Yeah.
I think so. I like it. So someone might ask you a question about anything.
Yeah.
All you need is one person to start with. It could be a friend. Well, don't be scared, people. You're gonna ask you something. If you don't, that's cool. But you're watching for some reason. And maybe you do that once a week or something like that. You just go live and talk about something. Just talk about a topic. Yeah. Because I think your philosophy is interesting.
What philosophy?
Just generally, one by.
Fair enough.
So that's an idea. Don't have to do it, but I think that could help.
That's a good idea. I'll try to do it.
But my just so you know where my head's at, when I'm cracking into YouTube, I'm thinking to myself, has to look aesthetically really clickable. Has to have keywords. So do some research on your keywords. So for me, venomous, Australia, deadly, danger. People are fucked up. They want to see fucked up shit. Show them fucked up shit. Near death, Man v. Brown Snake.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
exactly right.
Like
exactly
things like
right.
that, like
idiot.
Yeah, top 10 venomous, like all that shit. No, I want to know what number 1 is. I don't give a fuck about. You know what I mean? It's just all the shit that you want to know.
Certainly.
Then there's some other clever things that I've noticed from YouTube. It's like there's a guy called Peter McKinnon who does the...
Yeah, everyone references Peter McKinnon.
Now, he does some smart psychology in some of his videos. He does 2 Minute Tuesday, and he puts a timer in the bottom corner.
Yeah.
And that timer is actually what keeps you watching it start to finish.
Yeah, because you want the gratitude to come to the conclusion.
Always goes over.
Yeah.
Not always, sorry. Sometimes he sticks to it.
Yeah.
You forgive him for it, and you still watch it to the end.
Yeah. Same with the show.
He stops the timer, in fact, sometimes. He's smart. He's a smart motherfucker. So, like, little things like that as well.
Yeah, it's huge.
It's huge. It's huge. But, they're like, to me, they're not, like, the impact is huge, but, in essence, what you're doing is what's important. So, there are some things I'm considering. Like, this is after you've made the content, right? They're just other things I'm considering. Like, what's trending is another thing I'd be looking at, because you're just writing that split stream. It just helps, because if people are already searching for it, then you're given an advantage, straight up. But you just got to balance that with not just doing it to be trending, not forcing it, just finding your own little
trend. So strange.
These are my assumptions. I haven't done them yet. I can't wait to test them.
Okay, then about the
this is my research has suggested me. I haven't done all this. Like the live videos on our Instagram have been really good.
Yeah.
You know, we get people interacting. We just get people watching us. Like the other morning, me and Jordan went to Noosa National Park, and I wasn't in the car at the time. And him and his brother like started live streaming at 4 a.m, and people were tuning in.
And they tuning in? Then
just watching.
Yeah, but you know what I do? But last couple of ones I've done. Can't say no who just be lurking.
Yeah,
they come up, like, oh, can't, you don't hear the vibe, can't.
Yeah.
Get out of here. But I'm trying to...
They want to watch you though. They want to watch you.
Yeah, but it's somewhat distracting, but I'm not going to let them...
Why is that distracting? They want to see more.
Let me show right here. Next time they feel... No, but because they're hating. But whatever.
But they want to see. They want to watch.
Yeah, but it has a funny psychological effect of kind of due to their unacceptance, you project, you reflect back into your eyes what you believe they are perceiving.
Yeah.
Which is
well, you just
not
you already just assumed that they're not accepting.
Because
you say the
otherwise interaction has created sufficient evidence to my mind to come to the belief, not fact, that certain people's, you know, just keep an eye on accounts because they want to see, you know.
You fail?
Then fail.
But like the very fact that you're doing it is it. Like it's not. Like you're not gonna. I know what you're saying though.
I know you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm saying.
Okay.
But yet one must and will always persevere.
If you ever feel like that, just fucking play Best Me.
I will.
It's like the complete opposite. It's like fuck you. I do not care.
Yeah, it's a fact.
Like I don't care. That's what I love about that song. Just unrestrained emotion.
Yeah. It's the best thing. The other song was just Isn't This As Well, but when it's done, I can do it. It's at 8%. I really think that song was pretty good potential, man. But it's the freshest of the plate, I guess. No, they're clean waters. Now, so what was that experience like? Was it alright?
That was amazing. That was really, really.
I just
really,
want to
really,
find
really,
out
really cool.
how to hit the G spot. And then,
Yeah. Me too, brother.
mm,
Me too.
don't get the gold. Oh, but it's not for the gold. It's to be able to keep doing it.
It's to whatever that means to you.
Like keep doing it.
To keep doing more of the things that you want to keep doing.
It's to not work a 9-to-5 job and rather be doing creative shit.
But like, think about it.
That's fun to
You've
consume.
been doing that for how long now?
For most of my life, no.
Seriously though, like how long have you been not doing 9 to 5 then?
It's sick. Yeah, it's pretty awesome now. I've been on for like a year and, what do you mean, since I quit going with that?
Yeah.
About a year and a half. Pretty sick.
Yeah.
But I feel like I could lose it any moment.
Really?
So I'm working hard to try.
Do you feel like that you always come back to it though?
Or
If
Go back to
you
what?
lost it,
go back to what?
the non 9 till 5. Like you just made a comment saying that I feel like I'm losing it though.
No, I'm just concerned because I haven't increased. Doesn't feel like I've increased my. Doesn't feel like I've increased my earning capacity, despite the tiny amount of labor I put in, which is fine. But it's because I don't see it evidently on the horizon. You know, you go to the gym and not be buff and still have hope that you just keep doing what you're going to get there. This doesn't have the same, promise, and I don't see enough around me of that showing that prosperity or that opportunity, as a lack thereof, the prosperity through these activities, at least within this geography. So those can at times cause one concern, only with respect to one's value to, what is it? What is it that drives me? I want the validation of people finding joy, peace, whatever, in a product I'm creating for them.
I'm very much the same.
That facilitates a dynamic which they enjoy to their present experience.
Yeah, for me it's like, it's similar. I just want to recreate some of the things I've experienced, but I want to add like some shit on top. My own little thing that self-play that shit. So, and that might be music, whatever. That's it for me. It's the best way I can describe it.
How long have you been not doing law now?
Well, the startup to me kind of counts as a bit of a 9 to 5. So in a way, because it had a bit of structure to it.
Yeah.
But the unstructured part of my life would be maybe
5 months?
Yeah, like half. Maybe. Late last year. So yeah, just over half a year.
Yeah, sure.
Like proper.
So, what is
I'm surviving.
Yeah, I'm surviving. I'm that too, bro.
I'm surviving.
So what is the complaint? What, do you have any complaints?
Yeah.
What are your complaints?
Financially, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
That's that, and it's the financial pressure. I think that it definitely plays its part.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you wouldn't have it any other way. Because if you're not doing this, then you're always going to feel empty. You're going to have that empty feeling.
Yeah, and you can't buy the skills you need.
Exactly. 100%. Yeah.
Can't avoid.
It's just your time investment. It's just the investment of your time into this is the value. So yeah.
Yeah. As well said.
You just want to capture that moment in time and just, hopefully others can get value out of that. So.
Alright, mate. Well, mate, it's been a fucking pleasure having you here as always.
Great.
You fucking...
You're
training us great, bro.
We're moving up in the world.
Yeah, we are. Bro, I can't wait to celebrate 40.
Dude, that's it. I know. I can literally, like, I feel like, I say this every time, though. It frustrates me too. But you constantly get